So I'm sure you've probably noticed recently that religion is making a big resurgence. Christ specifically is back in a big way. Now, why is this? What's happening right now as a society, as a collective that's causing so many people to want to seek the truth more? So I'm going to share my perspective on this. So to give you a bit of background, I grew up as a Catholic. I went to a Catholic school. I was going to church multiple times a week. And I was really indoctrinated into these certain belief systems through the church that I never really resonated with. And I think it was a big part of my journey when I went into spirituality to find my own meaning around life, because I never really found it in the church. It's something about it didn't, speak to my soul. So there was this natural evolution into New Age spirituality and starting to go beyond religion, the dogma that was created around that. And then now recently have realized myself being interested in going back into religion because of some of the tenets and the principles that religion upholds that spirituality, New Age spirituality, misses. So I'm going to speak a little bit about that as well, because I think there's a massive opportunity here if you're someone who has been deep into the New Age world and you don't understand the religion, you've just thrown the baby out with the bathwater because of the corruption in the church and all of that. But we still get to use so many of these guiding principles around what religion offers to help us develop a deeper connection with God, because now we are needing that more than ever. We're needing something to tether us to a deeper relationship, which is what Christ represents, is a guiding light as God in human form, as an archetype we can start to bring into our world to help us navigate the confusion and the turmoil and the evil that's out there right now. So this is where I see religion complementing the New Age path that so many of us, me included, have gone down, to start to now deepen our relationship with the truth. So no, the return of Christ and the uprising of religion right now is not a trend. This is something that's happened in civilizations in the past. And it usually occurs for a few different reasons. The main one being information overload. We have information everywhere and we can't discern truth from lie anymore. The second is this identity instability. So many of us now question, like, who am I? Like, what is my path? What am I here on this earth for? And then thirdly, it's this moral understanding of good and evil. When you don't have these clear principles and pillars, then you start getting downloads from God thinking that it's okay to cheat on your wife, or it's okay to go commit a crime because you have a connection with God. But no, religion creates these parameters that allow us to operate in this human experience while also supporting our spirit in staying true on the path. That path is the path of truth. It's the path that Christ represented, but it's represented in all the other sacred texts. But it's there to keep us on track, to keep us tethered to something tangible in a world where there is so much uncertainty and doubt. So practically, this is how I'm bringing this into my life right now, and I'm bringing these tenets of religion into how to deepen my relation with God. One of them is the Sabbath. Now, there's some distortion that's gone down with religion around the day of the week the Sabbath should be. Now, the pagan philosophy that the Christians took on was Sunday is the day of the Sabbath. But if you go back to the real meaning of the seventh day was the Saturday. So I love one of my friends who is in Judaism and he follows the Torah. They have the Shabbat, which is a 24-hour Sabbath from technology, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. I'm going to take that on in my life because I think it's a beautiful thing to be off technology. So there's one practical principle to take into that. The other one is prayer, morning communion, speaking, relating with God, Jesus, a higher power, to offer guidance and discernment during this time is another practical thing I'm using in my life right now. The other practical element for me is reading scripture daily. This is something I brought into my life because now I started to, after what happened with Deepak Chopra and finding out that a lot of these gurus are full of shit, where's the truth? Well, the truth has been in the Bible. It's been in these texts for millennia. Go back to the source of where these principles and esoteric teachings come from, which is the Bible. I'm reading that daily and starting to have my own interpretations on that. But to wrap this up, I don't think that religion is trending purely based on political agendas. It's trending because many of us are done with relativism, which is this moral judgment based on perspective and context. We want guiding principles of truth to help us discern right from wrong, to fight the war against evil on a micro level and a macro level.